What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Chop Toys. Something a little bit different today. I found this at an antique store a couple months ago. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it yet. This is somewhere in the 60s, an Arkansas Traveler aluminum toy boat. Now, the Arkansas Travelers were actual boats, aluminum boats that were made in the 60s. From what I can tell online, that's what you find most of when you're searching for these. There's very few around. There's nothing for sale on eBay at the moment. There, other than some real boats. But these had, there's two different models. So I got some pictures here I'll show you. Red one had a middle mounted seat, steering wheel. I've seen some pictures of them with a windshield. And then you had this one that had a smaller cockpit area and just had a steering wheel and a bench. And this would have been blue and aluminum like it looks, with some fake wood grain running down the side here to cover the seam. And it would have had some kind of outboard electric motor on it, so you could actually run it. You couldn't really steer it, but it was like a tether boat, I guess, back in the day. So yeah, just a quick search online. They seem like they're very expensive. There's a couple that look decent, that's still missing parts and stuff, and barely, they're around 200 bucks. I paid 50 bucks for this whole at the antique store. I just happened to find it. It was back when I bought the Tonka rescue van, and I went to get the lady to unlock the case, and I come back and I come from a different angle. I saw this. I didn't see it the other time, but it's pretty solid. There's some dents and dings. The paint's pretty bad, but I've been toying with some ideas. This has got me looking at the electric boat motors, and that is a huge popular collectible item, I guess. I knew nothing about them. I thought, that's great, I got a boat, now I'll get one of those motors. It ain't that easy. They're expensive. There's a huge following for those boat motors, and you know, decent pieces, working or not, that look good, sell usually no less than 100 bucks. I've seen stuff as expensive as 2,000 or 3,000 for the right combination of year and color and patina or mint in the box. I've seen some stuff as high as 3,000 or 4,000. So maybe a while before we get a motor on this, but yeah, I may also do a crossover on this for the RCeveryday, my other channel, because it does kind of fit with my hot rods you see in the background. It's pretty close to the same scale, and I've been considering making a boat trailer for it and maybe pulling it with one of my hot rods or a Winnebago or something. So maybe something to come with that here in the future. But for now, let's take a closer look at this little thing, see what we've actually got here. So structurally, it's pretty well sound. I haven't seen any holes or anything. I haven't tried to float it yet. Bottom of it, the ridges and everything are intact. There's no dents in these. There you are. This is actually a stamped piece of aluminum. It's pretty amazing they'd go that far for a toy in the 60s. So it's got a little bit of tarnish on it. It is all aluminum. I tried to clean up this side a little bit with some steel wool. So it's got some residue from something that it's set in for a while, stuck on it. But the words here, Arkansas Traveler, are actually stamped in the aluminum. It's very very detailed. And from what I've seen in the pictures, there's a thin strip of fake wood grain that it would have came with to cover up the screws where the top piece actually bolts to it. And the top lip here just kind of sets down inside. It is caved in a little bit here. We've got our hook up on the front here to tie string or rope or whatever you want to call it to. Other side, we'll look at the back. The back's got a dent where it did have a motor, and those scale motors just clamp on just like a real one would. This side's a little grungier still. Yeah, it's something I don't know a whole lot about, and thought it was pretty cool, pretty good find. So just a little quick video. If you know anything about these or have more information, please feel free to comment below and share it with everybody, and I'd be glad to learn a little bit more about them. But I'm going to keep searching eBay for a cheap motor to put on here, and you might see this on the other channel too if we end up doing a trailer for it and all that. But I appreciate you guys watching. We've hit 1,000 subscribers on here. Pretty excited. Hoping to go out and score some more trucks, and yeah. So anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video.